Hi, we're going to learn how to make a WeVideo. So on this page, you go to projects right here, and you get to all your different videos you've made. In this situation, I made a folder. So when you go down here, you can either make a folder or start the project. I made a folder, and it's called WeVideo Training, and I'm going to delete that one and start it over again. So now I'm in that folder. So yours would still look like this, only you might not be in the folder. So I'm going to create the project, and then when this page comes up, you have to give it a title, or it won't let you work. And put that there. Okay, they put a description if you want. You don't have to. This one right here is if one person's making one video. This is a bunch of people are making one video, so they can each edit the video, but never at the same time. So they all have access no matter what device. This one is you have a bunch of media that you want to share, and kids are going to make their own video. So like maybe you went on a field trip, or you have a bunch of Abraham Lincoln images you want them to use, or and then they're going to turn it into individual different videos. So we're going to do this one personal, and this next page, it says add media. These are things that I've already recorded, so I could add them, but you don't have to, or I could always get them later. You'll see where that happens. And then create video, and we're going to always do blank. These down here are just real hard to work with. It's much easier to just start from scratch. If you don't know how to do one from scratch, it's kind of hard to edit one too, so you have to learn this first anyway. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to talk about this page. We're going to go to My Media here, and My Media is where you generate media. You find your media once it gets made, so you can narrate this. That's a voiceover. Record a video, and so you have to record it with a computer or device, or that has a webcam. The Chromebooks are fine. They work fine. Most of the Macs that you have on your desktop, they don't have cameras, so you won't be able to record on those. And then import images and video and stuff. And that you have to be really careful with students, because they have to have the copyright rights. So what I always do is just tell them they need to get it out of stock media, because there's music, there's image stills, and there's video too. So like these that have time on them, that means it's a video. This is like clouds swirling. So like pretty much anything you can think of, space, or music from India, or all kinds of things, you just search in here and you can find it. So so they don't need to be searching in the internet. Just have them search here, then you know it's copyright free. And then so we're going to go back to My Media. So let's talk about this. Let's see if the record works. So this is webcam. Do I want to record me? Do I want to record the screen? Webcam and screen. So in this situation, what I want to do is make a video, and I'm going to edit it. So I'm going to just do webcam. So you have to have a webcam. And then it's always going to ask you, do you want to use your camera? Asking permission. So it'll ask you, sometimes it'll ask you also for your mic. It could be separate. So usually it knows exactly which thing to pick. So just say start recording. So you'll see this will come up, and I'm going to say start recording. And when you're doing this with kids too, maybe you just want them to introduce themselves. Whatever the thing is, just to, I should have put lipstick on. Just because who likes looking at themselves, including kids, even though they're all young and they don't have wrinkles and they're cute. They don't always want to look at themselves. So I've had kids like do this and just do their eyes, or put on a mask, or do just something so they have something to edit for the practice session. And then later when they're doing real things, then you can work that out. But to get them to practice, just get them to record something. So when you say record, it's going to do the countdown, and now look, it's recording, and you can see the time changing. And so have them, you need like a good 20 seconds at least of video for them to edit if you're just practicing. So have them, say, hi, my name is Kim, and I'm a technology staff developer, and I've been a teacher for about 23 or 24 or 25 years, and this is my video about WeVideo. It's a meta video. Okay. So now at this point, kids always can see this. It says record again. So they always want to record it again because they never like it. So when you're showing them how to do it, just have them pick whatever. They can turn the sound off, you know, whatever it is. They just want to practice the video. And so I'm going to say save no matter what it looks like. And now up here you'll see it right? Was that it? Yeah. See the line underneath it? It's rendering. And so it just takes a little bit, and you'll see that blue line thingy will go away, so you'll know when it's ready. And so then what's going to happen is, now let's talk about this down here. This down here is called the timeline. See it? The blue line's gone, so it's ready. And notice that it says it's 30 seconds there. So you always want to pull video and images to video 1 right here. Green screen needs to be on top of whatever video thing you're doing. So even if you don't have green screen, just get in the habit of putting your video here. You could put titles up there. You know, there'll be other things I'm going to show you that can go here. And then audio 1. So the audio will be part of this video, which will be here, but maybe I want to put music, so that would be on audio 1. If you have beeps and car honks and things like that, you could add another line on your timeline. So right here is the plus sign. And when you click on that, you can either get another line for video or another line for audio. And so right now I don't really need that, and it'll automatically default to whatever the next audio or video thing is. So I already had 2 videos, so it knows the next one will be 3. So I'm not going to do that right now, but just so you know. And you really want to have them on separate lines. So let's do that. I'm going to show you. Let's pull it. So we just kind of get when it looks like a plus sign and put it down here. And so one of the things kids always do is they don't put it all the way over. So make sure that it goes all the way over. And because at some point you'll have titles and they'll need to squeeze in, but you don't want to have any blank spots in the beginning because it'll just be a black space on your video. So that's never good. You can always scoot things over. So here's the video that I just recorded, and then see this thing down here, this little slider thing? Sometimes it's easier to be more precise when you cut is if you make that a little bit wider. So it didn't make my video longer, it just made my working space bigger so I could cut it. So I'm going to practice cutting, and so let's put it like 3 cuts, put it here, and make sure, see how you can see it's 7 seconds in, make sure it's good 5 or 6 seconds in between each one, because kids will want to cut like 1 second in, and then when you put transitions they don't work because transitions usually need a few seconds. So if you have 1 second cuts, the transitions won't work. So I'm going to cut. Do you see how I made a little cut there? And then I'll cut here, and then maybe 1 more cut. So you can see they're separate. Okay, so notice when I click on one and I'm going to work on one, it turns orange, and that's like highlighting it. And so right here above that, every time you click on there, you'll see you get a pencil. This bar, it's kind of like a baby barbell kind of a thing. That's sound. So maybe I'm talking too loud or not loud enough. I want to turn it down. Sometimes you'll have music playing and you want to turn the voices up, or you won't like what the person's saying and you want to turn it down. And then effects, and then trash. So say I don't like this one, I could hit trash. I could also, when it's highlighted, I could just hit delete and it'll go away. So effects, I'll show you what effects, and for whatever reason, kids love these, blur it and do all these different things. But in the beginning, I would typically tell them not to do that, maybe not even bringing that up. So let's talk about that. So we have 3 cuts here, and I think we're going to save the next bit for the next video.